Forget Andrew Tate. We now have Andrea Tatiana. As Andrew Tate is imprisoned in Romania, unable to communicate with his followers, another creator is gaining traction. Hannah Pearl Davis, also known as Pearl, is gaining popularity with a type of anti-feminist content that falls differently because she makes friendly fires. A lot of them. According to the analytics platform Social Blade, Davis's YouTube audience has increased by 50% in the 3 months following Tate's arrest. At that time, her subscriber base increased from roughly 800,000 to 1.3 million. Davis debates and criticizes feminists on her podcast, The Pregame, praises Tate's lectures, and positions herself as a unique defender of a male point of view. Davis, unlike Tate, does not consider herself a misogynist and often says she doesn't hate women to defend herself. Instead, she stated that criticism of her work is an unavoidable result of finally having a type of media that fights for guys. Davis often goes viral on TikTok, in addition to a huge YouTube audience with 200 million views on her videos since December. On TikTok, videos with the hashtag #JustPearlyThings have received over 300 million views, establishing a foothold on the site where Tate's soundbites have found a receptive audience. Examples include her stating that it is the girl's fault if her male partner cheats, that males should be free to slap women back, and that obese women do not deserve a man who makes 6 figures. There's more. Davis stated the majority of women are shitty wives in a recent 3.2 million view video, blaming infidelity on a woman's appearance and conduct. They don't cook for their man, they belittle him, and they nag at men all the time. They don't treat a man like a man. In several follow-up videos, Davis responded to the negative criticism she'd attracted and doubled down on her view. Are Western women typically known as good wives? She asked. Are they sought after all over the world, or are men getting their passports and going elsewhere? In another video, which has 1.6 million views, she claims that it is 99.9999% the woman's fault when unmarried women become pregnant. You would think that this kind of thinking would be deeply embedded in her because of her upbringing and her family's beliefs, but it's the opposite. Davis grew up in a 10-bedroom house in Chicago, Illinois, with her 9 siblings and parents, software entrepreneurs Dan and Jennifer Davis. Her mother, in fact, formerly served on the board of directors of UN Women USA, an independent foundation that promotes the United Nations gender equality projects. Davis began uploading on TikTok and YouTube in 2020, starting with pleasant content about her life, such as the time her father bought a large water slide for their backyard, or humorous moments with her mother. She amassed over 100,000 followers on her first and now deleted TikTok account with a series called Breakup Quiz, in which she assisted individuals in determining why they were dumped. She also gained some fame through her brief 2021 romance with Onea D'Amelio, a TikToker who became popular on the app for his aggressively positive tweets under the name Angry Reactions. Davis said that she grew interested in YouTube in college and went on to pursue a career in media. She said she really enjoyed watching Ben Shapiro, Thomas Sowell, and some other YouTubers. These 2 heroes of the U.S. political right are known for stridently opposing left-wingers. In the past year, Davis has entered that same sphere, teaming up with manager Kobe DeVito, a former colleague of Shapiro at the Daily Wire. She began getting consistent traction around May 2022, growing from 25,000 subscribers to over 500,000 in 6 months. The surge was driven by more edgier content. She relocated to London and found success shooting conversations with people on the street, asking them questions about dating, such as if sleeping around differs for men and women or whether a woman's body count is important. Recently, she has leaned into quick podcast clips with so-called red pill guests, a Matrix reference, most notably Tate himself before his arrest. Her films brag about her owning feminists in discussions and insulting modern women's ideas and morals. She has over 1.3 million YouTube subscribers and 410,000 TikTok followers as of March. Her YouTube following is nearly twice as great as Tate's when he was suspended. Davis owes her success to fighting the men's corner, claiming that there is not a lot of empathy for them online. She believes men are discriminated against in society by the legal system and feminists at large, and that the women that follow her watch her because they too see the larger issue. Men watch it because finally, there is a form of media that advocates for men. But in this quick success of her, other creators such as Laura Danger see some warning signs. Laura Danger, who has a TikTok audience of 460,000 for her social justice content, says Davis is following in Tate's footsteps. enjoying the benefits of maintaining destructive gender dynamics as another cog in the misogyny machine. She says, the deeper Pearl gets into this misogynistic messaging, the more she's being rewarded by these men, and that she is getting a ton of attention, especially from men who are saying, yes, finally someone is telling the truth, you are the one, you get it. Stephen Bunnell, better known as Destiny on YouTube, has disputed Davis multiple times, arguing against her statements that women enjoy to be cheated on, that women have it easier in society, and her rejection of the sex trafficking charges against Tate. According to Bunnell, Davis and others like her make a deep connection with their audiences by addressing things that people on the opposite side of the political spectrum won't accept, such as how some guys believe the dating situation is unfair. He thinks she is also correct in emphasizing men's mental health as an underserved problem. But he argued, she then leads viewers to the wrong conclusions. Barrett Paul, a 2 million follower TikToker who talks about battling misogyny, views Davis as part of a bigger reactionary trend. It is a reaction to male supremacy really being challenged at a very, very large scale in a way that we've never seen before, he says. He says that she demonstrates patriarchy's ability to make women sit and internalize misogyny, which damages them. Responding to that claim, Davis said that misogyny is the hatred of women, and she doesn't hate women. And added that, for some reason acknowledging a basic truth like men and women are different is labeled as misogyny nowadays. Now if you ask us, what Davis is really doing is riding a tide of rage clicks. According to Mia Shah-Dand, CEO of the tech firm Lighthouse 3, provocative content generates engagement and might lead creators to make statements they don't really believe. Even well-meaning people become dupes in their entire circle by simply obtaining hate ratings. They just discovered a market that they can tap into, and they will just ride this wave to the top. Davis denied exaggerating her beliefs for rage clicks, but she did admit that short videos on sites like TikTok are inherently lacking in nuance. Her posts have gotten her in trouble on occasion, including a short suspension from TikTok in January, which she quickly overcame. She said that a lot of excerpts in a 3-hour podcast can be taken out of context, so many don't grasp the context of the topic. So while Davis is certainly enjoying her fame and popularity for the time being, she may one day be damaged by her own words. To not be ironical in her life, she has to be perfect and not end up a single mom, or not end up pregnant, out of marriage, gaining weight, or whatever else it is. She's on a pedestal, and just like Andrew Tate, the only place to go from there is down. That's pretty much it on our Andrea Tatiana. What do you think of her? Let us know down in the comments below. We'll see you next time. Until then.